So we've been looking for a place to pull off and get some nice pictures of bluebonnets. Best place we found so far? Burger King parking lot.
When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass among the flowers. We just let the days pass by.
If you do a Google search for the Bluebonnet Trail, you'll find several communities in Central and East Texas promoting their own area. So we decided to make our own trails with a few day trips while visiting South Central Texas last spring. We did find an abundance of places to view the flowers, not just the parking lot at Burger King. We called this our Bluebonnet and Kolache tour, because when on a road trip, what better snacks than cheese and fruit-filled kolaches? I'm Steve.
I'm Nancy, and together with
Mars the Blind Sheltie
and Phoebe, the warrior princess, we are living our dream. Our goal, to travel the U.S. and Canada
while spreading the messages taught to us by our pets of
keep smiling, be kind,
and be happy. Join us on our travels by subscribing to our channel as we continue our great adventure. For our first day trip, we wanted to visit the Bluebell Ice Cream Factory in Brenham, Texas. But when we got there, it was a holiday and it was overflowing. We then decided to see what Brenham had to offer. So, all the stores seemed to be closed on Monday. There was one restaurant open. They had a 30-minute wait for takeout food. So we'll go see what else we can find.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. It's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do.
So looking around for more places for bluebonnets, we found this old park with some historic homes and the original site of the old Baylor University Female College, or I should just say Baylor Female College. Just outside of Brenham is a little village called Independence. It's not very big, but it has a lot of older buildings, including a home of the Texas hero Sam Houston, and ruins of the first buildings of Baylor University, as well as a lot of fields full of bluebonnets and Indian paintbrushes. A great stop. The park was a great place to take photos for sure. In 1853, Sam Houston, the first president of the Republic of Texas, bought the house that was on this site. During the years the family lived in Independence, Houston took an active interest in the community, making his extensive library available to Baylor students. He also served as U.S. Senator and was elected to Governor of Texas. On our Bluebonnet tour, we stopped by the small town of Fayetteville, Texas, in hopes of seeing some handmade model trains that were made by the uncle of my sister-in-law. But sadly, the shop was closed. The town square of Fayetteville, Texas. You can even park your RV here for lunch. However, we happened upon a group of bluegrass enthusiasts just picking and grinning away and thought it was some sort of festival. We found out this group, which has a Facebook page, by the way, called Fayetteville Picking Park, meets on weekends to just play bluegrass music for the fun of it. It was quite the scene as we sat in the park with the pups and enjoyed some really good music. This was one of those times you just happen upon something pretty spectacular. I lived for a few years in Wharton County, where my family is from. I attended Wharton County Junior College as well as Wharton High School for 1 year. My father was in the oil business, so we moved a bit. However, while in Wharton, Nancy and I couldn't resist visiting the small museum there.
What is the Hughes Christmas tree? That's what they called it?
Yeah, basically it's for once you've drilled the well and you've got it producing.
Yep.
Wharton County had 4 major industries: farming, ranching, oil and gas, and sulfur, as was evident from the outdoor exhibits. Once entering the museum, we found exhibits from where Santa Anna's army passed through the area to their defeat at San Jacinto, as well as many artifacts that looked as if they were from the Wild West. There were also exhibits dedicated to the many ranchers in the area as well. Also found in the museum was a collection from a big game hunter, when big game hunting was still a thing. So the awards for Heart and Foot: 1962 Oscar, Best Screenplay for To Kill a Mockingbird. So he didn't write the book, but he wrote the screenplay. 96-97 Academy Awards Emmy for The Old Man. 1983 Best Original Screenplay for Tender Mercies. 1995 Pulitzer Prize for Drama for The Young Man from Atlanta. Well, I guess these were the first graduates from Wharton County Junior College, where I went for 1 year. 1948 was the first year. Okay, there's the schedule for the first semester. We had English, music, Spanish, German, shorthand, math, government, history, chemistry, home economics, math analytics, elementary bookkeeping and typing, public speaking. Some of this could have come out of our collection. We were also intrigued with the collection of electronics through the ages. Many of these items we probably could have donated ourselves. I guess you're getting old when items you've owned end up in a museum. Now that's an interesting chess set. You ever heard of a boombox? 1984. a reason they call those the ice boxes. They had to put ice in it. One of the most intriguing rooms to me was the one dedicated to the Texas Gulf Sulphur Company, because many of my relatives worked there when it was still around in the late 1900s. My family settled on a geological phenomenon known as the Bowling Salt Dome. Salt domes are located throughout East Texas, and oil can be found near them as well. But this particular dome held one of the largest sulfur deposits ever found. New Gulf is the town where my grandparents and uncles and aunts lived. Had its own golf course. And it was one of the last company-owned towns. They had a company-owned store, small little downtown, right here. You go to the movie theater, several stores. With the golf course down here. Texas Gulf Sulphur Company started in the 1920s and became the largest producer of sulfur in the world at the time. This includes during World War II. And as you know, sulfur is critical to gunpowder, hence a critical industry. Well, that's an interesting look at how sulfur's in the ground. It's in hot water down to melt it, bring it up in big blocks. Sure, Grandpa wore that hat many times. Nancy and I love visiting small town museums, and this one was special because of the family ties.
It was only about 8 inches, but
Right next to a few cattle. We found that Mars loves the beach. And Phoebe, well, she just loves a big open space to run. So we took a day trip to Matagorda Beach. We drove the Jeep up on the sand. Now, I grew up on the Gulf Coast of Texas, and I always thought you could drive on any beach. Well, not so in New Hampshire. However, Nancy wants us to drive the coach on the sand someday. I'm still a little leery. For those not aware, Mars is blind. He was born that way. And certain sounds like the sound of the waves, well, they get him excited. And to watch him play like this, you'd never know he had any disability. He's one of the most fun-loving dogs we've ever had.
Relax and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Begin it easy. That was the first time I've ever seen him. Throwing out the log on the fire.
like a normal dog.
It's a beautiful day.
Hope you enjoyed this video of our time in Texas, and as always, keep smiling and be kind. Safe travels, everyone.